I don't want to say this, but I worked remotely from my home as an American in an American system with Americans, and I was able to save $20,000 in 4 months.
You were living in Ghana, right?
But then I was able to have it. Living in Ghana, I have a family to take care of. I also pay bills. People are telling me, do you know how much the rent is in Denmark? Do you know how much the rent is in New York? Do you know how much the rent is in airport hills? Bro, if you want to stay in Kaswa, it's 550 cities a month.
Let me ask you
But if you want to stay in airport hills, it's even in dollars, $4,000 a month, $5,000, $7,000 a month. People are paying as high as $15,000 a month.
in Ghana?
In Ghana, $15,000 a month. People are buying land, a piece of land. People are buying a piece of land for $300,000 in Ghana.
So let me tell you this: me by myself in Dallas, it costed me $5,000 a month to live. Ken, how much? Even if the rent at a one-bedroom here is $1,500, do you know how much you could still save making only $5,000?
But bro, how much were you making a month in dollars?
$10,000.
And then you were using half of it to but in Ghana you have to even borrow on top of your salary to survive. If I living in Ghana is able to make $20,000, I always put this out. People are watching. Why aren't people daring me enough? People can sponsor me. All I need is just to be in America with nothing. I don't want any money. Just bring me there. Put me in the country and watch me.
Do what?
Watch me survive and make it. I will do it. I've done it everywhere.
Oh, you can survive. We got food stamps and homeless shelters.
No. I'm not. How many Ghanaians?
You can't fail in America.
How many Ghanaians go to America and sleep in the homeless shelter? How many Ghanaians?
Unlikely.
Yes, my uncles and my aunties are sleeping in the bigger apartments in Dallas and all the places, and the Americans are sleeping on the street.
Well, my point
is there a way we can change our passport pictures on your passport? I'll give you my Ghana passport.
My thing is this though,
and take your passport and live the country. Stay here, be here permanently, marry, enjoy your life. I wish you all the best. Please give me a passport. Let me get out.
But my thing is this: I agree with you, but most not even 10% of Americans have $100,000 to their name.
I think it's their choice, bro.
It is their choice. This is what they chose to do, but I'm just telling you that that's not true.
But then it's their choice, bro.
Hello guys, so welcome back again to another amazing episode. And as you guys already know, I've been saying this so many times, okay? It's a diaspora transition episode. Diaspora affairs. We speak with diasporans. We talk to them about moving to the continent. We ask them, why they decided to do that, right? And even living here in Ghana, how is it like? Even Africa, how is it like living in Africa? And on this episode, actually, it's going to be a debate. Now, the most requested debate is Jeffery debating a diasporan. Jeffery is a pro-America. Okay, he believes that America is the ish. That's where the gold and diamond is, That's where he gets his, he will get all his, heart desires. On the other hand, people who debate him believe that he got it all twisted. He doesn't understand America. He's not been there, and he's delusional. So we do have here someone who want to debate him. He goes by the name Auston. We've had it on the show, him on the show for 3 times now. The first time was a one-on-one conversation. He visited Ghana for the first time. We asked about his journey. The second one was a debate, a podcast style, where with 3 beautiful women, Wendy, Lala, and then Marlo. And at the third time, we were just addressing your comment section. So this is actually a 4th time, which is a debate. And he's going to debate Jeffery on the topic of him believing America is better than Africa and so forth. So without further ado, I'll let them introduce themselves. But listen, before we start that, if it's your first time here, don't forget to like the video, share to friends and family. If you really like the video, you'd like it. If you don't like it, sure. But if you really like it, I'm reminding you, maybe you wanted to subscribe but you forgot. Please do subscribe right now as I'm talking to you right now. And I really appreciate that. So what I want you to do right now is, just smash the like button, and then let's get into it. So where we are currently filming is called Bureau. Bureau is a co-working space located in Osu, next to Jamestown Cafe in Ghana. And if you want somewhere to work with a fast internet and stuff like that, you need to check it out. They have a private office, conference room, high-speed internet, stable electricity, plants, backup, and stuff like that. It's a place that you want to work. Moving from the US to Ghana, UK, and you're a digital nomad and you still want to work, this is a place for you. So without further ado, I'll let the guests introduce themselves. Yes, Jeffrey, welcome back again on the show.
Thank you, Hayford.
And Auston, welcome back again on the show.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes. So this is going to be a debate, and I know you guys know about what it is already. So briefly introduce yourself.
Auston Holloman, world traveler, YouTuber, former barber. Still controversial, but the delivery has changed, but none of my viewpoints have changed for everybody that's been watching me for a while. 70 to 80% anti-American, but the other 20-30% America has its pros. So that'll be the standpoint I'm coming from.
For sure. Jeffrey?
Like you already know, my name is Jeffery. I've been on this show countless times.
Yes.
I'm trying to let you people know that if you're in Ghana and you want a better future, you have to leave the country.
You have
and
to
I still
leave.
got my point. Still standing by my point.
You're not changing your mind?
Oh, no. And I see the manifestation every day. It's happening every day. So why change the point?
What is the manifestation?
It's happening. People are leaving Ghana still as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
When was the first episode on this?
A month or two ago.
Yeah, and you know I'm a travel consultant. Yeah, so I've been able to, since that time, I've been able to secure visas for some people, and trust me, their life is so beautiful. Like, they are so happy, things are moving on well. I mean, they're schooling,
Mm-hmm.
but able to even pay their siblings' fees in Ghana, able to pay their parents' rent.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Interesting.
Very
Auston, you
interesting.
hear him say what he's saying, that America is a place to be and all this stuff. What goes through your mind? Do you feel like he's delusional?
America's a place to be what?
To be
For a foreigner, yeah.
a foreigner?
Yeah.
Yeah?
For
So,
an American, your best option is to leave America.
so I want it from your American POV, right? You left America. You had a 120K paying job as a barber, but still left. But on the other hand, you see someone like Jeffrey wanting to go there, right? What is the reality that he's being ignorant about America?
I wouldn't even say he's being ignorant. I think he just comes from somewhere else. The opportunity is different. The circumstances are different. His advantage is, well, my advantage is different than his. So in my country, as you have said, we have the opportunity. We have financial stuff like that. But the peace of mind when you get there is not the peace of mind you would have if you had that same finance and you brought it here or anywhere else in the world so far that I've been to.
So is the peace of mind for you?
Everything but the money.
What do you mean by that?
America is good for money, that's it.
That's it.
And if there's a war, I go back there because they're not going to invade the United States.
Oh, so
But
you agree with Jeffrey then?
it's good for money.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So how can we debate if you agree with him then?
Keep going, because you did bring up something he said before that I could debate.
Okay, so
yeah, and I even wanted to touch on the point peace of mind. I really don't get it when they say peace of mind. I mean, so maybe he's in Ghana, he feels he has peace of mind. He thinks he has his peace of mind. But then I always say this, and people try to not pay attention to this. When you talk about America, how many states? 52 or
50.
50. All right. Now all these states are good. Anywhere you go, I mean, they're beautiful states. They are well-to-do states. Ghana is not only Accra. I always tell the diasporans, go and stay in Pechimantia. Go and stay in Berekum. Go and stay in Domahinkro. Go and stay in a place apart from Accra. See if you will get the peace of mind that you are preaching Ghana has. They come to Africa, they live in the cities, trying to live the same life they lived in America. I mean, ask him how he got here. He's here, he's drinking coffee, drinking water and lemon. I mean, there is still some Western lifestyle in his way of living in Ghana. So he feels it's a peace of mind. That is not it. Accra is not just, Ghana is not just Accra. Let's explore the rest of Africa. Let's explore the rest of Ghana.
So you want to say the peace of mind does not exist outside of Accra?
No, people are suffering. People are going through things. How many people in the year do you think in the year, the whole 365 days in the year gets a cup of coffee to drink in Accra, in Ghana? How many people? I bet he drinks it every day. How much is a cup of coffee? I think it's 45 cedis. That is someone's monthly salary in Berekum. 45 cedis, a cup of coffee is someone's salary. And you think he has a peace of mind? And you know, in the villages, there are no electricity, there is nothing. So all they do is give birth, give birth, give birth. There is no institution taking care of kids who are on the road. Like, nothing is working. Everybody's just going like animals. Like, you know, when you're doing animal farming, you open the cage in the morning, the animals just go and do what they want to do. So the peace of mind is just for a certain group of people. But I'm talking about a system that is working. A system, you know that when you work 9 to 5, you have this amount of money in your account. If you're a girl and you graduate from high school, university, you know that you have first class, so you are somewhat guaranteed to find a job. In Ghana, my little sister just completed University of Ghana, very beautiful, sweet ass girl. And I'm scared because you know why? Any job she applies in Accra, all these managers are going to require CV and pussy. And this is the system in Ghana. And you look at the U.S. Army, and they have recruited some Africans. Do you know how they got there? I think they were just qualified. They just put in the application. Somebody did the interview. They did the medicals. If you are qualified, they pick you. Ask the military women in Ghana Armed Forces. Ask the military women in Ghana Immigration. Ask the police women how 80% of them how they got into the police service. And you think that is peace of mind? You need to keep giving your boss pleasure. Like, they are not taking you because you are smart or you are physically qualified. They are taking you because of what you give to the boss. And you think that is peace of mind? In the head of that woman sitting in the car going home, you think she has peace of mind? So we need to look at other sectors of the peace of mind. Let's just get out of the country.
Everybody should leave Ghana.
I mean, they can keep coming. I mean, the diasporans, like I said, you see, he was making $120,000 a year.
But then you're not going to save 120. You're going to use. Okay, let you be the one to say it. Go ahead.
If you live properly and you live below your means, you could keep a lot. But I want to say this too. The life outside of the city will never be my reality. So that's why we don't think of that. So whenever people say, oh, you know, in Tanzania, you know, not everybody, you know, some people don't have running water. Well, where they do have, I'm not going to be staying there either. Where they do have running water, that's where I'm be at. What I'm saying is, for the amount of money I can bring here, I can get way more than I would back home, minus the school shootings. Oh, a little white kid gets an F on his report card, so he's going to go shoot everybody at school today. Oh, and it happens damn near daily, it seems like. Damn near daily. That's something that you really don't have to worry about outside the United States. Is, you know, my mom put me on timeout, so I'm going to come stab every kid at school today. That's a real fear we have in the States. It's damn, I could just come to school and never 30 people get shot today. 30. How often does that happen here?
I get a point. So in Ghana, yeah, no kid is going to take a gun and go to a school and shoot. But 80% of the students are either into betting or something that is driving them away from the purpose of which they went to school. Yes, in Ghana, I don't mean to paint Ghana black, but in Ghana, just on this street, somebody could just shoot me and the police will not investigate. For example, if it was a rich man who shot a poor kid in Ghana, the police would not just investigate. A typical example is
United
the minister.
States too, though.
Yeah, but a typical example is the minister who has $1.3 million in her account. She was arrested and they started prosecuting her. But then the president issued a direct order to the police to hand over the case to the Attorney General. Nobody can go and question the Attorney General that what is happening to the minister. In other words, it's a foolish case. It's done. I told you the other time, a young man, a 26-year-old, just stole some coins from a watch seller, and he's doing 11, 15 years in prison. So yeah, we don't have kids who are going to shoot in the school, but people are getting destroyed either ways. I mean, the system, everything is destroying people. But then, I think the school shootings are in specific places. Go to Nima and see. No. I mean, go to Nima. Go to Nima. You know Nima? Have you heard of Nima? It's a normal thing. People are dying. People are being killed. You don't hear that story, but I hear it. Go to Kaswa. Go to Kaswa. They are killing people like animals. Go to Bukom. They are killing people. Just that they are not using the guns. They are not, but people are dying. I mean, people are being killed and it's not even getting anywhere. People are being killed. A typical example, I called you last 2 weeks. A brother from another mother was chased by the police. He fell into the river and the police just stood and watched him and he died. And the whole community is in chaos. A day after that, the police also invaded a friend of mine's house. Why? Because he has dread. So Americans, African Americans in America are saying there is racism, but in Ghana, our own people, my own Ghanaian brother is killing me. But you, let's say it's the white man who is killing you, but in Ghana, it's your own Ghanaian brother that is going to kill you. So the police just invaded into someone's house, just started punching him. Why? Because he has dread. And if you have dread, it is connected to smoking marijuana or using drugs without any physical evidence. They just beat him, did what they want to do with him. At the end of the day, they took him 4,000 cedis. And according to my friend, that is the savings he had for 2 years now. He runs a small bar. He has saved 4,000 cedis for 2 years. And one day the police just barge in, give whatever accusation, and then take the money. These things are happening every day. Even today, if we are trying to do researches, so many people are going through this thing. So many people. So Ghana is not so perfect. So if America is killing people, Ghana is killing hundreds of people. Right? But we just don't hear it. And I mean, not even about only Ghana. Do you know what is happening in Nigeria, in Ivory Coast? Do you know how much people are dying even on the border between Ghana? Oh man, things are really happening. That is why I want the diasporans to, if they really want to preach Africa as the golden continent, they should stop concentrating on Lagos, Johannesburg, Accra. Go to Bosomche, go to Kintampo. These are where people are going through life that the government doesn't care about. But you can't tell me that Washington DC is the capital of America, but in New York, when something is happening, the system doesn't work. No, in Ghana, the system somewhat works only in Accra. Even that one, we all know how it's working. So can you imagine what is happening in the other places? So that is my point.
So again, I think as diasporans, we don't, I hate to say this, but we don't think about those things because that'll never be our reality. You know, whenever I was living in Texas, when people would talk about, oh, in New Orleans, it's a third world country. It looks like some of the things you described in Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia. You can see similar circumstances to here that you wouldn't think are in America. And there is no opportunity really in New Orleans. That's why it's so flooded with crime. But I don't care what's going on in New Orleans. That's not my reality. That's how we look at it. Like, okay, he's on food stamps. Don't care. I still got to go to work. But America does have its pluses. I give you the pluses. It's not peace of mind. Number one. And to touch on what you said too about the sentencing, we need that in the United States. Well, I think I'm a fan of authoritarian governments. I like dictators. I think we need to lock a lot of Americans up. a lot of Americans need to go to jail. America's the easiest on crime, almost. I think the Nordic countries are the easiest. You can get caught up with up to 4 ounces of weed before you can go to jail, and it's nothing serious. Try that here. Try that in Kigali. You know, so when there's a drug problem in the States, nobody cares. There's pluses, and I'm getting off topic. Everything has pros. But I say this, in the United States, if you want to use drugs, go there because nothing's going to happen to you. You can make good money there, and you're safe from foreign invaders.
And so you see what he said, that he feel America should be a dictatorship. On our last episode, I told you, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think all these Americans are a little pompous. They feel so good in their head because you see an American lady standing at the airport quarreling or arguing over something very little, but then you hear things like, I know my right, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna call my lawyer, I'm gonna do this. Like, you see, they feel so special, and it's a good, because it's a good thing, because the system is working. System is really working. You cannot just do anything and just go score for free. But how many Ghanaians even have the privilege to fight for their rights? You don't even have the rights. It seems like we have, but we don't have. It seems like we don't have. Last time I was telling you, if the government really wants to demolish this building, they would do it with a snap of a finger, and these people cannot do shit. They cannot do anything. Whereas in America, if something like this happened, I'm sure there are legal procedures you can take. At the end of the day, you may even be compensated, or you may even have a different structure. This is happening in Ghana. It's happening. I know people who has their buildings broken. Like when they were building the when they were reconstructing the street on Pukwasi Amasaman, so many residents had their buildings broken down, and the government did nothing for them. And
But it was because it was built in a road.
building a road. What? No, the government just decided to expand the road. So the best any government could do is to have the citizens' interest, the citizens' betterments at their interest. So if you are demolishing people's residence, you need to find or give them other residents. So my point is, if my house was demolished, I cannot do anything. There is nothing I can do. I cannot do anything. I'll just sit and cry. And at the end of the day, me, my wife, and my children will be homeless. Whereas in America, you know what could happen. I mean, the barber shop you were working in, if the government said, no, you guys, we need to demolish this.
Do you have a shop?
Do you think it could be done easily like that? No. I'm sure there are legal procedures.
They have a legal way of doing it.
Exactly. And that legal way of doing it does not work. It does not even work in Ghana. It does not work. It's not going to work.
I think here is more, we're just going to come tear this down and you can't do nothing about it, versus in the States, they have a legal way of basically buying you out and forcing you to get out without it being so harsh.
I mean, so isn't that even better? So, you know, he is actually, in other words, supporting my movements and the idea that America has better things to offer any person in Ghana than what Ghana can offer. You know, the people who will always get rich are the rich. Those who are already rich, those who are already staying in East Legon, connected to the government, they are the ones going to get rich all the time.
Agreed.
Keep going to get rich.
So he agree with you, but one thing that I want to know, he was making $120,000 a year, and then he's like, he's done. He don't want to do that. Looking at him sitting across you, what do you think is wrong with this guy sitting right
I
here?
think it's wrong. I really want to go into his personal life and
You can ask
like,
him.
I mean, why live $120,000 pay job and come and stay in Ghana? Are you making $120,000 in Ghana? If yes, then
I took a pay cut. But for a few months. But I'd rather be outside of the States. Well, number one, if I make 50,000, it multiplies by 5 in Brazil. So now I get to live the same life I'll be making $250,000 in the States, which is pretty good in most cities in the States. But when you're born into a society where money is basically anything is possible in the States. You can do anything to make money. You start to realize, okay, maybe just working isn't everything, right? Who goes to the United States? Refugees and people that want a job. That's it, though. Why else do they go there?
For opportunities, I'll put it in that sense.
A job, basically. But nobody goes to the United States to find a wife. Nobody goes there for a peace of mind.
They're part of the opportunities. Finding a
wife is an opportunity.
Why is it not?
What is opportunity about that?
Okay, so
it's everything opportunity. Finding a wife is an opportunity.
The United States is one of the worst places you could look for a wife right now.
Well, I'm not talking about finding a wife in the United States, but I'm saying that United States is a place of opportunity.
So he said he doesn't think he can date an American woman. And now, because of that, he left America and now try to date out of America.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the country, United States. This has everything to do personally with Auston. That is your name, right?
What?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to date an American woman, I think it's a personal interest. It's not a national.
What are you
interest.
trying to say?
I mean, it's.
I mean, some of your points.
Yeah, personally, he has his wants and needs. That is why maybe he's not dating an American woman. I mean, so why are you not dating an American woman? Is it because you think everything America is just? I really want to understand you on that.
Generally speaking, they are the least respectful on the planet. They're the least respectful. They have the worst hygiene. I've been to 12, 13 countries. They have the worst hygiene on the planet so far.
American women.
Yeah. They're the most combative. They're hard to deal with. And it's never enough. They don't appreciate much. And there's a lot of people that feel the exact same way I do.
Well, I think in that sense, in America, nobody wants to submit, both men and women. So the competition is there. And I think a lot of American women are feminists or whatever. And the men cannot, I mean, their ego cannot, it just can't.
So they can't handle American women?
Yeah, so probably they cannot handle American women.
I'm trying to say he cannot handle American women.
No, I'm saying in general. So maybe when he came to Ghana, the ladies speak a little politely with the way they speak with him. He thinks it's polite. When probably he says something, the lady does it. Probably when he does something, the lady appreciates it and let him feel like, oh yeah, I'm being appreciated. Whereas in the US, the woman is working 9 to 5. She's probably making the same amount of money you are making. So she also feels like, why should I submit to you, bro? We are all making the same deal. So most Americans probably feel that way. And I always say this, I feel and I know Americans are pompous. Like, I don't know if that's the right word.
Pompous, yeah.
Yes, they're very pompous. In their head, it's so much sweetness. Like, they feel so sweet about themselves, their opportunities, where they are. So they feel like everything is for them. They feel like they are some princess or prince.
The world is their own.
Their own, yeah. That's how they
entitlement is the word.
Entitlement, yeah,
entitled, yeah. So they feel so that way. So that is why they are going through those problems. But then I think American women are.
Have you ever dated an American woman?
I have a lot of female American friends. Yeah.
Have you dated American women?
yeah.
Did you encounter the hygiene problem he's talking about?
No. So I was very.
Ask him then.
I was very surprised. I mean, I was very surprised when he did mention about the hygiene. Maybe I would have to be in America and see for myself.
To
but
investigate
then, the American ladies that I have met are one of the smartest women. They speak honestly. They speak their mind. I'm able to pick their brain.
They definitely speak their mind.
Yeah, I'm able to pick their brain. Like, if there is a challenge, I can ask them, like, what do you think I do? And the suggestions, the opinions they give me are very unique. So I don't know where he's coming from with the American woman. But since he's coming from there, probably he got a point.
I'll tell you, put it like this. I had a terrible experience dating American women, to the point where I thought something was wrong with me. We went to Brazil, day and night difference. I came back, I went celibate until I said I'm not gonna talk to any American women until I go back. I went back in 2.5 months, and then I got the mindset of, now I need to get out of the United States. And I went to Colombia. Same thing I felt in Brazil. Same thing. Came back, never went back to the United States after I left again.
So I mean, what is driving you out of the United States? Is
social life drove me out. Social life and
women are playing a major part in the social life.
They're the straw that broke the camel's back. Humans are meant to reproduce. So if I can't get along with somebody I'm supposed to reproduce with in the future, who can be sane in that situation?
Okay, but then I've also seen a lot of TikTok videos where these feminist American girls are also saying the way you're talking about them.
What did they say about their men?
A lot.
Like what?
A lot. About hygiene, about
for the men?
Yeah. Treating them badly, not being emotionally and mentally supportive.
I think one of the things I heard the lady say is the men don't have game and they are too laid back.
Yeah.
They don't chase, and that's why they act like how they act.
So it all comes back to being pompous.
Try chasing one, see what happens.
Man, so I don't know. So that is where I would like to come in. So yes, I've dated a couple of American women. I chased and I got. As a Ghanaian, living in Ghana with nothing, I chased and I got. This is Aliba. There are so many American beautiful women here every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Me and my boys, we chase all the time and we cash out. Not cashing, like, I mean, we get the connection we need. So I don't know what you mean by
let me ask you this, and I'm gonna give you most American men's scenario when it comes to chasing one.
All right.
Tell me, how would you approach an American woman, or how would you approach a woman in general?
I mean, the approaching is based on the scenario, the location, the atmosphere.
Let's say you see her over here at Alley Bar and she just sitting there with a couple of her friends and you're by yourself. How do you approach her?
Bro, we just go and talk. That's the confidence in me. And it works for me all the time. Like I said, we are here almost every weekend and the American girls are all over.
I don't know.
So I'm just out
so bro, we just go and talk.
I'm just out with my homegirls today. I just want to enjoy it by myself. That's what you would hear in the States.
Well, I mean, have
you ever had something like that here?
No.
So it doesn't mean like they are not attracted to you.
Yeah, I think here in Ghana they don't want to be mingling with the American. You see, all these beautiful American ladies that come to Ghana do call the Ghanaian men their king, like when they get married and all that. And it's
You do get called a king in the US?
No, you get emasculated in the United States. That's what happens.
Okay. So what is it about that African American women are looking for that African American men don't have, in your opinion?
I don't know. That's why I'm not over there.
Yeah, I think we would have to have an American woman to answer that question. But I think women in general are women, whether American, Ghanaian, Brazilian. Women are women.
Let me ask you this though: how do you treat your woman? How do you show appreciation to your woman?
Just being nice. You can say it in words, or you can show appreciation by giving back the same energy she gave. So,
Okay, usually when we say nice things, that's being too nice,
You know what a simp is?
and you get called that too.
So I think this has to do with the environment and the society. American society
I would
is
agree.
structured, yeah, in that manner. I
would
mean,
agree.
I don't think in America you can just give a compliment to, like, yeah, but in Ghana you see a taxi driver seeing another lady, hey man, what for? Like, it's normal. So the society also adds to it. But what I'm saying is, if American ladies are able to come to Ghana and Ghanaian men are able to handle them, deal with them, that they don't even come from the same society, it's different societies, but they're able to understand. Because that's what I'm saying, women are women regardless what, they are women. You need to, if you want a woman, you need to chase. You need to treat her like a woman. Let her feel she is a woman. It's a simple trick. But these American guys, they don't think so.
They feel like they're the
Yeah,
prize.
yeah, they feel like they're the pride, and they say like, yo, me, I'm the pride. I'm not gonna.
Well,
like,
let me ask you this though: are Ghanaian women combative?
Competitive.
Combative, like would they argue, raise a voice at a man, try to slap a man? Would they try to do that? Generally speaking, is that the typical scenario you would have with a Ghanaian?
That is the societal norm in Ghana. Women are not supposed to.
They don't do that.
Yeah, they don't do
Okay,
that.
in the States, anything goes, right?
Yeah, because the society promotes that.
They do. So when American women come here, they don't do that because somebody will beat their ass and you're not going to jail. Just like Brazil. A man, not anymore. But it used to be a man could whoop your ass in the middle, in the States too. He could whoop your ass in the middle of the street and ain't nobody gonna help you unless he's damn near about to kill you. Then maybe somebody will help you. But other than that, you're being disciplined. In the States, you don't even have to hit a woman and you going to jail. She can just say it. No marks, nothing.
Well, that is with the society, but then I think there are so many people who are in beautiful marriages where their wives haven't reported them. I think if it's not even with a woman, if you are with a man and you treat him in a certain way, he can also report you equally as a woman can report you. I think if you're treating a woman or a man right, there wouldn't be any course of reporting you to the authorities or something like that. Or maybe American men are known, I don't know, I'm not sure, or maybe you guys are known for treating women in that way. Whereas in Ghana, we the men, we're also trained not to shout at women, hit women. Look at me, I've never hit a woman before, because if I do, she'll die. And that is how I was brought. I never saw my dad or my uncles shout at my mom or beat my mom. So growing up is something I took. So this is strictly by society. How we are raised as men is different from how you guys are raised, and how they are raised as women is different from how our women are raised. The least home violence in Ghana are not. I mean,
so you think all these things are minor? It's
they are not
enough
minor, but it's a society.
But do you think that is enough to kick you out of your own country to go there?
That is not enough, bro. If you find a good, here in Ghana, you can find a devil as a wife in your home, and your own house is going to be a hell. And in America, you can find your angel as your wife, and you're going to enjoy your marriage life. So it's,
well, we're not saying you can't, but the likeliness is low. Just like the likeliness of you becoming a millionaire is low here, but it's higher in the States. It could be the reverse when it comes to social life.
But then, like I'm saying, women, the American women who have settled in Ghana with Ghanaian men are cool. They're happy. They are appreciating their husbands, calling them kings, treating them well, being happy, being married.
Because they don't have any more options left.
What do you mean by that?
Huh?
What do you mean by that?
I think bro has an issue with American women.
I don't hate them, but I accepted it for what it is. Every country I've been to, even the countries where I didn't like the women, still would rather be there than being in the States. Still would rather. I would never. I would never.
What
date
are
another
some
American woman.
significant things the women you've dated in America done to you that makes you speak in that manner? I really want to know the details now.
So when I say like emasculating, they try to make you feel less than. They'll try to pick at little things you do, try to make you insecure. But that's very common in the States for a woman. Oh, this is a confident man. Let me try to break down his ego. Every country I've been to outside of the States, I've never, except for one time, never met a woman that tried to make me feel less than for achieving something. Whenever I got my barber's license that I worked really hard for, you know, the only person that didn't tell me thank you, the only person that didn't tell me thank you was my girlfriend at the time. Even the instructor at the place told me, I'm not thank you, congratulations.
Yeah.
Even the instructor told me that. But the person I was living with wouldn't. Now, of course, that's not all of them. But that is, I can guarantee you, if you go to the States, you'll run into a few of them just like it. There's no way you can't.
Yeah, it all comes back to being pompous. I mean, we got our business certificates, our driver's license, which is a major thing in Ghana, or even our Ghana card, passport, visa, and it's
nothing. There's nothing to be committed.
so I think, like, again, these Americans, I'll say it every day, they feel so pompous, like they.
Well, no, imagine this. Imagine you.
Some little things are issues for you guys.
So imagine this. So imagine you, because I'm gonna give you the whole scenario since you think it's small. Imagine you illegally worked in a barbershop for a year to take care of this ungrateful motherfucker with her bad hygiene and her nasty ass attitude. And then everybody else is so excited. Oh, we see you work so hard, and then you come home. The only person that doesn't say that the congratulations is the person you're sleeping with. Is that small now, or do you feel like I need to get this bitch out of here?
I will not subject that to America as a nation, bro.
It's worldwide. It's worldwide. But I'm
woman.
just telling you, in the United States, you will run into that. It's guaranteed. There's no way it'd be a miracle for you not.
Yeah, so this is why I said the other time that they are dealing with small racism and they are saying American is bad. I think also what is an issue and priority in America is different from Ghana. What is an issue and priority? You won't see men sitting somewhere complaining that, you know, I got my barber's license and my wife didn't appreciate me. You see,
Are you saying they are so soft and emotional?
I won't say soft and emotional, but they are pompous. I'll still use the word. Correct me if I'm wrong, bro. It's pompous. Like,
I mean,
they're
like,
so pompous.
yeah,
I want that. I want that in English. How do I say that in English?
I don't know.
Like,
guys, your head inside is sweet.
Yeah, like they're so pompous. Like they feel like, you know,
like mama's boy. Like
in the morning, as an African kid, you know that I need to go to school. Dad don't have to say, you know, Jeffrey, it's
Please
Monday.
wake up.
Take a break fast. Do this. Take this money, bro. You know that 6 a.m. you need to be up by 6:30. If your dad comes to the room and you're not up, is fireworks in the house.
The belt is
so
going.
there is no pampering. We know what we have to do. You
Yeah.
understand? Whereas when you buy a ticket from Emirates and they cancel it, customer service is not going to call you and say sorry.
In America, they'll be like,
hello, sorry. Like, I've done that job, customer service. So I know we had to beg customers. We need to.
If Africa they cancel your flight, what happens?
Nothing. What will happen? No, and we are cool. We are cool. We are cool. If tomorrow my flight is cancelled, I would rather beg the airline to give me another flight. Whereas in America, like, no. Emirates is going to beg, Delta Air Force is going to beg, trying to do everything. So I think their way of seeing things and treatment is different. Yeah. I wouldn't want to use.
That's what make this minor issues to you looks big to them.
Yeah, it looks.
Would you say you'd be okay with dealing with a lady with a hygiene problem?
Well, I'm sorry, my Ghana ladies. I'm sorry, but I have to say this: hygiene is everywhere. There are some girls in Ghana who do have hygiene problems. We've all met some before. Yeah. I mean, so
the percentage is just in correlation to what
I can tell. I haven't been in America to explore that much.
Okay.
But as a Ghanaian, there are some sweet Ghanaian girls. Yes, and again, there are some hygiene problem Ghanaian girls too.
I want to ask you this. So, do you feel like your wife, girlfriend, whatever, should be supportive?
Yeah, and I need to be supportive too.
Yeah. So I'm paying the bills, and you can't even say congratulations on getting your license that you worked so hard for, that you paid all my bills with and put food in my stomach with, bought my Christmas gifts with, and you can't even say fucking congratulations?
She is wrong for that, bro. She's wrong for that.
So that's why she's not here anymore. But what I'm saying is, in the States, that's a typical scenario. So yes, it's a small issue. Yes, she didn't say that. Yeah, it's small, but it matters when you look at everything else. I'm taking care. You don't appreciate shit.
Why is it not your responsibilities? Why do you have to be congratulated for taking care of your responsibilities?
Yeah, I mean that's how that's what I'm
my
saying.
responsibility. She got her own parents.
Well,
I'm choosing to take her.
So
in.
that is what makes it a complete different thing when it comes to Ghana. In Ghana, when I declare you as my girlfriend, I'm so happy to take you as my responsibility, taking care of you, providing for you. And Ghanaian men are happy doing it. And I think that is why a lot of these American girls, when they come to Ghana, they are happy and content.
Let me stop you one more time. How much effort does it take to work illegally in a barbershop and go to school and pay all the bills, and then tell me how much effort it takes to say congratulations? That's the problem. The shit is so small you won't even do it because you're that entitled.
Did you guys make out that night?
No, she got kicked out.
Oh,
and
shit.
she never came back.
Well, that would have been a thank you too, right?
Yeah, probably. she was planning to say thank you.
Like congratulations.
I mean congratulations.
Well,
in another way.
Well,
yeah.
But all this dynamics is very interesting to me because me being an African, I would never have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm saying, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, but fuck that. What I'm saying is, I've said this before on my channel that the Western societies, United States is so developed. Now we're worried about these people that want to identify as tomato plants.
It's true.
That shit doesn't go far in Tanzania because we got people without running water and terrorism going on alongside the border. Who gives a fuck about you being non-binary? We ain't worried about this shit, but in America we have everything. So the small things matter. But for somebody like me, I live life. It is what it is. I'm very nonchalant, so I fit in better. That's why I say in like authoritarian societies, communist societies where it's actually tougher to live, because I'm not living that way, because I have more money than the average person would in that society. But even being at that upper class in a place like Tanzania or Kenya is still better than being in the middle class in the States or even the upper class sometimes.
In terms of you saying America is developed, I'll ask you a question, but I want to say this. America is so developed, so simple, like it's developed into brackets, they have no problem. So now they're looking for problems in minor things.
Yes.
Whereas in Ghana, I mean, we have bigger problems. We have way bigger problems. A barber in Ghana making 120,000 cedis is next to impossible. Do you know how much they are paid?
I think so.
As a barber, he didn't own the shop, bro. He was working in the shop.
No, I owned it.
You own it? Okay, cool. Then that's fine. Even how many barbering shops owners make that amount of money in Ghana? So the country is developed, so that is why minor things are being a problem. Ghanaians are okay to stay in queue in McDonald's and order. They are okay. They don't see that as a problem. Like whereas in America, when you see in these movies, all the cars will be honking, hey, hurry up, fuck you, let me go, and complaining, calling customer service, complaining for being in a line to buy the food that you're going to eat yourself. Why are you complaining?
We have that, but here's the difference. So I said this about Tanzania. I often hear people in African countries complain about, it's not developed, this and that. Well, why are you taking so long to get here to do what I asked you to do? I have an American homegirl. Her family owned a club in Tanzania. The service people were supposed to come repair the building or something like that at 9 a.m. They didn't get there till 4. And you want to complain about, that's Swahili time, that we move slow. Well, that's why your country's underdeveloped. I wouldn't want to work with you either. You're not going to show up, but America, you got to be working at 9, show up at 9:05.
Exactly.
But that's why America's developed, because I'm in line. Yeah, why is it taking so long? That's the type of society, but that's toxic after a while.
Well, but then so far as it's working for them, it's good. So the question I wanted to ask you, I don't want to forget. So let's talk about Ghana girls or outside American girls. What are some of the things you've seen about Ghanaian girls that is making you vouch for them in this episode? Well, I'm not saying Ghanaian girls are bad. I love them. Ghanaian girls are amazing. They're beautiful. They're sweet. But I want to
He's vouching for more Kenyan girls and Brazilian.
I mean, let's say African girls in general, so that it makes it So what is it that they are showing you? Are they opening something to you that your eyes haven't seen before, or like I don't know?
No, because I've seen everything in Brazil. So anything after Brazil was not shocking or new to me, because that was my first eye opener I'd never seen. So we can start there in Brazil. Number one was the hygiene. I haven't ran into any fishy vaginas in Brazil.
Oh my God.
Number two, they're polite. They say thank you. They pay attention. They're very supportive. My first Brazilian girlfriend was super supportive. You know what happened whenever I got back to the States? Whenever I was on the plane, I cried because I was like, none of this shit I experienced here is waiting on me back home. Just work. I'm gonna make some good money. I'm gonna go back to Brazil with it. I'm gonna go enjoy it there. But as far as social life, I mean, yeah, go to the States for your education, for your job. But come back here
And marry and
for,
settle.
to get married and enjoy your money here.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
one thing that
Or
I
wherever
think-
you at.
you said something behind commerce that you believe that at least people moving back to Africa, African Americans or diasporan, are coming with minimum of $100,000 to $450,000 in their bank account.
Yeah, they
say
have
that.
money.
Do you still stand by that?
Yeah, they have money.
Who told you that?
Bro, I see it. I have, you know this guy, Corey, the restaurant American guy who came from the States. When he came, he wanted me to help him look for accommodation. So me thinking as a Ghanaian, I was taking him to the normal Ghanaian. He was like, no, take me there. Take me where? It's legal in Cantonment. And finally, we got a place for him at Airport Hills. How many Ghanaians are staying in Airport Hills? Bro, go to Airport Hills and see. The Ghanaians staying there are little or have stayed abroad. A normal Ghanaian who just grew up in Ghana cannot stay there. So of course, they are coming in with good amount of money. If you don't have money, you cannot rent an apartment at Airport Hill for 1 year. A lot of Americans diasporans who came into Ghana have bought lands, have started building. Some of them have finished building. We see them on YouTube channel. They are building every day, enjoying their build. They have the money. They came with the money.
That's a small amount.
But then in Ghana, it's good. If you come with 20,000 Ghana cities, that is 230,000 Ghana cities.
You know,
that buys a land, that builds a house.
You know, majority of Americans don't even have $1,000 to their name.
Bro, I think that is a personal. So, like for example, those drug addicts on the street, it is personal. It has nothing to do with the government. It is personal. He likes
No,
the
but what
crack.
I'm saying is, you said that they come here with 100 grand. If an American has 100 grand, you're in the top 1%. Most Americans don't even have 1,000. Most Americans, number one, the cars you see them drive are on credit. They're not even theirs.
But they are driving it.
They miss one payment, the bank gets it. It's gone.
But then the system is made in a way that you cannot miss. So you know
Oh,
why?
yes, you can. It happens all the time.
Why I'm able to talk about America, because I've worked in the American system. I've worked as a customer service representative remotely. So I saw how the money was coming, and I saw how truthful and honest it was. I saw how helpful it was. So if you're receiving a weekly paycheck, what is stopping you from paying into your car? How do you call it?
You have to live in America. You have to live in. I don't know why. I never missed a payment on my car note.
So you did it.
But a majority of Americans are spending. We also have a consumer culture too, where we spend all of our money. So that's what I'm saying. When you say that the Americans come here have 100 grand, maybe there's a small amount that do, but I've never even seen that. I don't know many Americans that even. You know, it's a big deal to have $10,000 to your name. That's you were on top. Let alone 100. You got 100 grand.
I don't want to say this, but I worked remotely from my home as an American in an American system with Americans, and I was able to save $20,000 in 4 months.
You were living in Ghana, right?
But then I was able to have it. Living in Ghana, I have a family to take care of. I also pay bills. People are telling me, do you know how much the rent is in Denmark? Do you know how much the rent is in New York? Do you know how much the rent is in Airport Hills? Bro, if you want to stay in Kaswa, it's 550 cities a month.
Let me ask you
But
this.
if you want to stay in Airport Hills, it's even in dollars, $4,000 a month, $5,000, $7,000 a month. People are paying as high as $15,000 a month.
In Ghana?
In Ghana, $15,000 a month. People are buying land, a piece of land. People are buying a piece of land for $300,000 in Ghana.
So let me tell you this. Me by myself in Dallas, it costed me $5,000 a month to live. How much, even if the rent at a 1-bedroom here is $1,500, do you know how much you could still save making only $5,000?
But bro, how much were you making a month in dollars?
10,000.
And then you were using half of it but in Ghana you have to even borrow on top of your salary to survive. The banker or the bank manager or the barber is taking 800 cedis a month. His rent is 600 cedis. Or let's see, let me go down for him. And a barber, let me just go down. His rent is 300 cedis out of 800. It's level 5. Transportation and everything takes another 300. Left to what? 2. The 2, airtime, Wi-Fi, food, clothes, deodorant, pomade, soap, water bill, bro.
Well, here's the thing though. You said you were able to save $20,000, but you were working for an American salary, right? Living in a country that has a conversion rate. You weren't working for an American salary living in Great Britain.
I couldn't live in Ghana with a Ghanaian salary. I wouldn't be here in this beautiful shirt and beautiful jeans.
Yes, you can save money.
No. The average Ghanaian working in the average Ghanaian.
No, we're talking about your situation though.
Yes, because I was privileged, bro. I was privileged to be earning in dollars.
But I'm trying to show you that Americans, when you go to America, just because you were able to save that, how long do you think you can survive in Dallas off $20,000?
So my point is,
it won't even be a year.
But my point is, if I living in Ghana is able to make $20,000, I always put this out. People are watching. Why aren't people daring me enough? People can sponsor me. All I need is just to be in America with nothing. I don't want any money. Just bring me there. Put me in the country and watch me.
Do what?
Watch me survive and make it. I will do it. I've done it everywhere.
Oh, you can survive. We got food stamps and homeless shelters.
No. I'm not. How many Ghanaians?
You can't fail in America. How many
Ghanaians go to America and sleep in a homeless shelter? How many Ghanaians?
Unlikely.
Yes, my uncles and my aunties are sleeping in the bigger apartments in Dallas and other places, and the Americans are sleeping on the street.
Well, my point is that you can't fail.
Yeah,
you're not going to starve in America.
Exactly. So when people are saying come to America, there are people on the street being drug addicts. It's personal. It has nothing to do.
That is what they want to do.
Yeah, that's what they want to do. You wake up, you want to go and
I never disagree with you on it. What I'm disagreeing with is that we don't have $100,000.
What?
Will you trade places with him?
Bro, if it's possible,
he has an American passport, and then he's sitting here, and then he says you don't want to go.
If it's possible, I would do it. Is there a way we can change our passport pictures on the passport? I'll give you my Ghana passport.
My thing is this though.
And take your passport and live the country. Stay here, be here permanently, marry, enjoy your life. I wish you all the best. Please give me a passport. Let me get out.
But my thing is this. I agree with you. But most not even 10% of Americans have $100,000 to their name.
I think it's their choice, bro.
It is a choice. This is what they chose to do, but I'm just telling you that that's not true.
But then it's their choice, bro. It's their choice.
That's
what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I didn't go to America. I was in China. China is ranking America in China. China is way down. I was in China. I lived it. I made it. And there were Chinese in China who were poor, who looked up to me and saw me as
you would say you had some. Is it benefit or what?
What benefit?
No, there's a word for it. Privilege.
There was no privilege.
You being a foreigner, a black person, you speak good English, they need you more, so they'll pay more for you.
I'm gonna tell you this too. You said that your family's in the United States and they're living good, right?
Yeah.
That's because they're from here. So
Really?
they have more of a drive than most Americans. Most Americans, we have a safety net if we fail, so most of us are not motivated. You don't have a safety net here.
That answers all of my question with come to America and see how people are suffering. I always say it's their choice because they're not motivated
I agree with you
enough. That is why I always say with confidence that, bro, if you put me in America, give me 2 years, just 2 years. I'm not going to do any illegal stuff. This is a country with system working. This is a country where you can just sit in your room working on your laptop. You're hungry, open your app. Oh, I want to eat this. With 3 punches, the food is right at your door. So it makes your life very easy and convenient. Whereas in Ghana, try ordering food from boats living in Kaswa. I'm sorry, my Kaswa people. I'm sorry, but try ordering food from boats living in Kaswa.
Kaswa is like 2 hours from Accra.
The delivery guy is not going to find your house. So you have to stop working, go out, give direction, look for him. Before you know, your shift is off, your boss has fired you. Like, everything is just misorganized. And people like misorganization. People don't like organization. Like, when things are organized, people find it difficult to live in. people in general. That is why a lot of Americans are complaining, because the system is organized. You have to have whatever this to get this. If you don't have this and this and this, there is no way you can go around it. But in Ghana, if you don't have it, all you need is money. You pay and you go. So people, it's so organized. In Ghana, it's disorganized, and people are happy. People find their way through, and they feel it's okay. But America is organized. If you do this and this and this, you have it. If you don't do this and this, you will not have it. Like you cannot work in a bank without a degree. How many girls are working in a bank with even a diploma? It's high school. Some of the high school girls have been employed in the bank. Why? Because his father, his mother, or somebody knows the manager or something. But they went around the system. If you look in the banking policy, if you don't have a first degree, you are not allowed to work. But they are working. But this is Ghana. I don't think without a degree you can work in certain offices in the United States. It's impossible, because system is working. System will check you. System will make sure that everything is straight. And maybe they don't like it. It's too harsh for them because they are pompous. And Ghanaians don't care. If I'm in America and I have to pay my tax here by Friday 4 p.m., a Ghanaian in America will do it. Friday 4 p.m.
But what will an American say?
Oh, he's gonna complain, call customer service and complain that, I can't walk, my dog is dying, When I was doing my customer service, I used to have calls where a woman called and her dog bit her slipper. The dog bit through her slipper, so she's calling to complain about a dog biting her into her slipper. I don't know why. Maybe there's a department, because it was a wrong number. So I was listening, and so I went to Google, like, can people call a number and complain that their dog is biting? They're like, is this an issue?
Do you think he said something about mental health situation in America? Do you think some of the things are in result to the mental instabilities? Have you ever gotten to the point where you've made that kind of assumptions to some things that people complain about?
Like they have mental health.
Like, I don't know.
And the funny part, all this, America has a lot of therapy. What a therapist, they go to therapy session. Have you seen a therapist in Ghana before?
Oh, I have seen.
But how many Ghanaians go to therapy? But are we having mental problems, or do you?
Someone said it's good we don't have therapists here.
Because whether you like it or not, your brain needs to work well in Ghana. Who is going to pamper you and give you therapy? The therapist is going through hell himself. He needs therapy. So he can't give you therapy. But whereas in America, if you feel like your wife is cheating, or if you feel like you are not motivated enough, you can just go and pay money to somebody and they'll talk to you.
What's the conversation will be like?
Sometimes I even want to guess, like, I speak to somebody, oh, I have a session, I'm going for therapy. Why? Oh, off late, I don't have appetite to eat. Well, you don't have appetite to eat, smoke some weed, man. Just smoke some good weed, you have the appetite to eat. Why do you pay $300 an hour for therapy? So that somebody will encourage you to eat. What would the person tell you? What is he going to say? Is he going to let you see the food in a different color, or smell the aroma I don't get you guys, man. You guys are in a whole different world, but I like it. I want to live that way too.
You like that?
Oh, yeah.
You want to go
I want to be able to go to therapy. Yeah, I want to be able to go to therapy. I drive so long, I'm tired, I feel helpless. I want to go to therapy. Yo, I've driven so long, I'm tired, I feel helpless. Help me, say something to my brain. I want to have that kind of life. So I think their life is so good, overdeveloped, they have no issues.
I know why people love you, Jeffery.
I agree. So America is the way, bro. The Western world is the way.
It seems like that till you live there.
Bro. That's why I'm saying it's the way. It's the way. I dare you to go and live in Jayankwanta. I dare you to go and live in Kentampo. I bet you.
Think that'll never be my reality.
Would you like a road trip to these places?
Yeah, I could do it.
So
but
then,
my thing is that'll never be my reality.
If it's never going to be your reality, then they should stop preaching Africa to be good.
But there's potentials in Africa.
Yes.
I mean, look, let's be honest. Even in your circles, millionaires in your circles.
Yeah.
So where did they get the money from? You have an assumption that they are not getting it in Ghana, but actually they are though. No, I know people. Don't you know the people who?
Let me tell you one of the millionaires I know. Their company has 40% of the Ghana gold reserves. So they have the connections and the power, the gold reserves. Yes, of course, he'll be a millionaire. I know another man from the Ghana Cocoa Board. He's the one in charge distributing the cocoas. Yes, he's going to be a millionaire because that is it. But then, how How are you even going to be a millionaire in Ghana? Hayford? How? If you go through the right channel, you cannot go through the right channel and be a billionaire. I dare you. You cannot. You cannot. You have to steal something. You have to steal someone. But in America, you can work a salary job. You can work a salary job and
then you can come from nothing to something.
Something.
But here,
just
from
a salary
nothing
job.
to something is impossible.
Just a salary job. Like,
yeah, I'm not disagreeing with
yeah,
that.
but in Ghana.
So then he agrees with you on that part.
So that's what I'm saying, that if you are suffering in Ghana.
But do you agree with him convincing every Ghanaian to go to the States though? Because
I would say go there.
Every Ghanaian should go to the States. You agree with him on that?
Because y'all just going there for money.
Yeah.
So who's gonna develop Africa then?
And
that's
why
up to them. Bring the money back.
Why is that? No, that's not why people say you're not Pan-African.
no. I like him because he's speaking the truth. You know,
right.
The people who come and sit here defending Ghana to be, bro. I saw in a video, one of them, he was weeding his land. Why do you want to put yourself through this? This doesn't mean that you love Ghana and Africa is good. Why do you want to live a life where you are comfortable to come and live in Ghana and be weeding acres of land just to show people that Ghana is free? Weeding a land show that Ghana is free. No, you are suffering. You are making the
instead of using a machine to plow the land.
You understand?
But don't you think we can actually make these things happen in Africa?
What things?
What?
The good system, all those things. Do you ever see Africa becoming like America? With
It's not going to be.
I would agree with that too. But I think that's based off corruption too.
Yeah, and you see, Ghanaians, our mindsets are different. You know, the average. We know this. Like, for example, you book an Uber in Ghana, and the Uber driver calls you and asks you, where is the location? You tell him, okay, I'm going to the Accra Mall. He asks you, how much was the price when you booked? You say 40 cities. He's like, there is too much traffic at the roundabout, so you have to make it 80. This is the Ghanaian. You understand? It won't happen. Can you book Uber in the US and the driver will call you? Because why? He knows you can report him and then he'll be sanctioned. But in Ghana, so first of all, Ghanaians with our mentality is not going to make the system work. And then from up there, the government is also. So we are just going to be like this. Trust me, this is the truth, bro. This is the truth. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah's time, it has been this and it's getting worse and it will get worse. We'll probably have to make Ghana another state of the United States. Then Ghana can be good, because if Ghana is another state of the United States, then they will put in good systems and people cannot go around it. You have to do this to get this. If you don't do this, you won't have this. That is the only way for Ghana. But until we have a black man as the president of the country, we are always going to be like this. So you have to start thinking personally about yourself to improve yourself. And what is the best way? Get your passport, a visa, leave the country. Yeah, if you stay here.
Which he did that. You left America. You didn't get a visa, but you just left America behind.
Bro, if
he's been on a journey. Tell him about your journey.
Before that, you know that if things get worse, if
you
things
go
get
back
back,
to
oh, bro.
That's what I said.
Yeah, he go back. He's going
if
back.
If there was a war in Ghana, I'm safe in the States.
Exactly.
So you go back to the States.
That's why I said I'm anti-American culture.
But Ghanaians are in America. Maybe during some time they were going through a harsh time, but coming back to Ghana was their last option. It's not part of it. You know what we were going through in China, but coming back to Ghana was not our first option. It wasn't even part of the options, because Ghana will kill you. No matter what you're going through in America as a Ghanaian will endure it, because coming back to Ghana is like coming to hell. So it's okay to sleep on the streets for the first 2 months than coming to Ghana and sleep in his family house, because he knows what he will get after sleeping on the street. So yeah, but you know, with him, when things go bad, all he needs is pick his passport, very powerful one for that matter, goes to any airport, get a flight ticket, away back to home country, and in the next 2 years he will be back again, looking good with all the monies and accounts. So yeah,
and that's what you want for yourself.
Everybody
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get Jeffery out of Ghana as soon as possible.
Please sponsor me out of the country. Take me. If you guys don't like the country, come. I wish we can make a proposal where we can do an
write
exchange
a letter
program.
to somebody.
Yeah,
right?
we have to be able to do an exchange program.
Do you know there are powerful people watching us?
Please do something.
I've had powerful people in government reach out to me personally.
Do something for me.
Who has the power to really take you out of this?
They should just do it. Why did you just do it? Let them do it. Please, if you are powerful enough to just do this and I'll be in the US, do this for me and my generations. You know, you change a lot for me and my family. You change a lot. Like I told you, these girls that I took to Canada who are schooling.
Why do you get people to Canada but you can't get yourself there?
So
That's a good question, though.
Yeah, that's a good question. The gynecologist doesn't check his own wife. Understand?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's time, and I have other plans in Ghana, so it's time. But then I'm happy to help people. You know, they somewhat, to some extent, they have the money to pay the fees. I don't have the money, so if you want to help me, fine. If you want to sponsor
Oh, so you're
me,
just helping people, but you don't have the money to help
yes,
yourself.
and I'm very
Okay.
intelligent with education.
So
So
can
if,
people donate to you?
yeah, if you want to give me a scholarship, I'll go to school, pay my
Guys,
fees.
you can donate to my Cash App and I'll give it to him. I
Please,
promise.
please, and let me-
just put the remark as Jeffrey, and then I can just give it to you.
Exactly.
My Cash
So
App
let me
is-
finish the statement. These
Go ahead.
girls are in Canada now. They've been there for 6 months. They are schooling, and they are doing the 20 hours weekly job. And trust me, they are able to pay for their younger siblings' school fees. They are able to pay their house rent for their parents, and it's marvelous. It's beautiful. Whereas a full-grown man working is not even able to do this in Ghana. So the differences are very significant.
I like that. Guys, where we are filming is called Biru. Biru is a co-working space located in Osu, Accra, and it's a very beautiful place. If you want a very high-speed internet with constant electricity, there's a place for you. You are digital nomad. You want somewhere to work conveniently. Biru is a place for you. They have a private office. They serve you a cafe. They have conference room, meeting rooms, all the good stuff. Okay, choose Biru. Okay, link in the description and also on the screen. And if it's the first time here, my name is Hayford. This is a Diaspora Transition episode. If you're enjoying it, please like, subscribe. Okay, subscribe if you like it. If you don't like it, respect. You can move along. And finally, guys, I have a Cash App, which is on the screen right now. You guys said, listen, I want to support you. I had them complain about my microphone.
They should support you.
They like my microphone was so bad. I'm like, listen, we're really struggling to bring you this show. So if you want to support the movement, so we get better microphones and all that stuff, the Cash App is on the screen. You know, feel free to donate. Any amount is welcome. Okay, it can be $1, it could be anything. We appreciate.
Don't make it $1.
Yeah.
They have the money. They should help. They should help honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Imi in Ghana can give you $1, he should be able to give you more. So they
Well.
should help you well.
Okay. Then please help us well. Okay. So yeah, if you do have a final message though, that would enlighten Jeffrey.
Or
what would that
everybody
message
watching.
be? And everybody watching.
I would agree. Y'all do have bigger problems to worry about, and you don't have to. I don't think you have to worry about the same thing as far as social life that we do. But since we don't have the financial problems to worry about, generally speaking, I mean, finances alone aren't gonna make you happy. So, I mean, if I give you $1 million and just stick you in a city by yourself, does it matter? Spend it on yourself. Ain't nobody to enjoy it with.
Send a final message to your fans, your friends, people who are supporting you, or a message to the people to enlighten them.
I've been reading the comments very well. Thank you to everybody who loves me, who loves the fact that I speak the truth. And the people insulting me, thank you for being honest. At least real recognize real. So if you said I'm a fool, it's real. Yeah, real. So you recognize real. And also about Auston, everything he said is okay. I don't really agree on so many things, but then again and again and again, living Ghana is the best thing you can do for yourself and your entire generation as a young man and young woman who is trying to do something for yourself. You can do your best in Ghana. It won't go anywhere. How many people have tried doing in Ghana?
Wait.
that
This
it
is
went
for the
well?
average Ghanaian. I mean,
Yeah,
the minimum.
for the
but
average
if you're
Ghanaian.
coming as an investor, you have $20,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, everything. It goes a very long way. You have the opportunity here for yourself. But for the minimum person, that's what he's referring to. Go ahead.
And we know some millionaires who have come to Ghana who try to set up a company and they're
And they
like,
went
no.
broke.
You're like, yo, I'm going back. Yeah, it's
Actually,
happening.
I've heard a lot of stories like
It's
that.
happening.
It's
Yo,
sad.
therefore, we need to create the awareness. Ghana is a beautiful place. If you have some money, I mean, dirty December, Ghana is a beautiful place. It's a nice place. Come here, December. Come with some money. Have fun. Enjoy. When you are done, please go back. Just go back. Don't try staying here. There are so many people who came with good amount of money who tried to set up a business and they are now crying because it didn't work. First of all, the Ghanaian is going to destroy your company. Secondly, the system, the government is going to destroy your company. Like, unless you have a very good connection, like, your uncle's wife is the minister, so she'll make sure your business is protected. Like, you know, all these sports you see in Osu that are flourishing, they have connections. They have very good connections.
That's very true.
Yeah, they have
Which
very
we
good
do. We
connections.
do have a very big project coming up that is going to help you have a soft landing when you come to Africa. Soon to be launched. I'm not saying so much yet, but you know, look out for that, because I've had a lot of people, you know, diaspora moving back, and sometimes they don't have that family, you know, to hold them down, tell them to do this, not to do that, hook them up with like big people in the system to help them. They don't have that. And then sometimes it gets frustrating and they leave. So something is coming up, look out for it, which would solve most of these issues that diasporans are having. It's in the pipeline. So
yeah, that's all.
we are ending the conversation, and guys, thank you so much for watching. It's been a, you know, we love doing this. Okay, comment down below what videos you want to see us make coming December. We have a dating show coming up. Let me know though, do you want the dating stuff, the diaspora dating thing, to come on Webnation Africa, or you want it to go on a different platform? Listen, I love you guys. You know, the family is right here. If you don't want it on Webnation Africa, let me know, and it's going to go on a different channel. But if you want it on Webnation Africa, it's just going to be in a different playlist where you can actually see a diasporan getting to know a Ghanaian, which is going to be a different segment. Obviously, the diaspora transition is still coming on. The debate is still coming on. And we do have podcasts as well. So if you want it all to go on a different channel, let me know in the description, in the comment section. And we will do, because you decide, okay? You are the audience, you enjoy it. If you don't like it, we don't do it. If you want it to go on a different channel, we do that, okay? So thank you so much for watching. It's been a wonderful one, guys.